got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got only your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Keep going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right, just
Welcome in, folks. I'm the coach, and we're about to find out who made the best selections during the draft. It's a MUT Draft game up next on EA Sports.
They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
Well, they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading them out, the third-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Pass incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
6 yards left on second down.
Again, it's Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring in 3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw.
Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this might very well have been 4th down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense, hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ronald Jones, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. After 7-0 on the ace. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Finding Gray going across the field. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Big Derek Brown making the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now here's Mahomes.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He completes this to Sutton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards. Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes throwing quickly for Mark Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Jacobs again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chris Olave from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Hurts throw taken in by Green here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. He's back to throw. He gets this complete to Cephas. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, do you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. They'll start by running the option to the right. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. On the handoff, this is Jacobs, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point.